Welcome back to Elements of Art in our unit on form. I'm Natasha and I have another art question for you. How often do you consider the form and dimensionality of the world that you live in, or of the worlds that you can virtually explore? In art, the element of form is the three-dimensional version of shape. In our environment, form is what makes our world something we are able to interact with. Form, in essence, relates to the three-dimensional aspects of an object. It offers height, depth, and width. It's the tangible embodiment of an object, the space it occupies, and how it engages with its surroundings. In today's lesson, we are going to explore form in the world outside of art, and then we will analyze the idea of form and function in our environment. The interaction we have with form in our environment, whether it's aesthetic or functional, gives objects purpose and meaning in our lives. Try to understand form as the framework that defines an object's space. The element of form gives everything a distinct presence and space in the world around us. So, what are some specific examples of how we can see form in the everyday? Let's explore some ways that you can see actual physical forms around you. Natural landscapes, like mountains, valleys, caves, and rock formations, showcase the intricacy of natural forms. What are some other natural forms you can think of? Consider different locations and terrains. Household objects and furnishings, from the form of a sofa to the design of a teapot, all are imbued with form. Look around the room you're in. Do you see more geometric or more organic forms? Maybe you see a table or a couch. Maybe you see a chair or a beanbag. There are quite a variety of different forms in a room. The aerodynamic design of vehicles like cars and bikes are forms crafted for both speed and aesthetics. Just for fun, think of this. If you could design a vehicle based purely on the form of a different object, what wild and wonderful creation would you come up with? Maybe you would design a skateboard in the form of an open banana peel with room for both feet. Or maybe a car with a stingray design that allows for reclined driving. Think of all the possibilities. Try and think of other unique forms you see every day. Basically, everything we see and touch has its own special form in the three-dimensional world around us. Consider the last video game you may have played, or the last computer animated film you may have watched. What were the graphics like? There's form there too. Let's explore the role of implied form in things like gaming, animated films, and virtual reality. The accuracy of forms, from terrains to characters, enhances realism in virtual worlds and defines our digital experience. The depth given by shadows and the detail of textures enhance the authenticity of these forms, making the virtual realm more lifelike. If you had the power to create your own virtual world, what forms would you include to make it as immersive and real as possible? Accuracy of form is crucial when it comes to the design of simulations. Whether it's a budding pilot using a flight simulator or engineers testing car designs. In the medical field, simulations with their true-to-life forms enable aspiring surgeons to hone their skills safely. These detailed 3D form representations offer a risk-free platform for practice. If you could simulate any experience or skill in a virtual world, what would it be? In virtual reality, the precision of form representation is paramount for spatial awareness. It provides that awareness of space that allows users to interact with the virtual world as naturally as they would in the real world. The closer the virtual forms align with reality, the more genuine the VR experience feels. Have you ever had the opportunity to experience virtual reality? It's a wild experience to see three-dimensional forms surrounding you in a digital format by just putting on a special headset. Imagine all that can be done and will be done with forms in VR in the future. Have you ever heard the saying, form follows function? What do you think it means? Pause the video and write your thoughts about the meaning in your lesson notes. Architect Louis Sullivan coined the phrase, form follows function, to emphasize that design should reflect purpose. It's now a common saying that highlights the link between an object's design, its form, and its purpose, its function. Let's go over some ways in which form is so central to the workings of the world. Ability. In nature, an organism's form often determines its abilities. For instance, a bird's wings have a specific form that allows flight, while a fish's streamlined body helps it cut through the water. Changes in these forms would hinder their adaptability in their habitats. Could a creature like this still fly? Do you think it could swim? Which parts of its form would hinder its function? Efficiency. When it comes to designing human-made objects, form is optimized to fulfill function as efficiently as possible. Take a hammer as an example. Its strong handle and heavy head are specifically formed to drive nails efficiently. A change in its form could drastically reduce its effectiveness. Safety. The form of objects plays a pivotal role in safety. Consider how the curved design of a playground slide helps prevent injury, or how the specific form of a bicycle helmet is designed to absorb impact. These forms, consciously crafted, prioritize our well-being and protection. The phrase, form follows function, reminds us that how something looks is closely tied to how it works. The two cannot be separated from each other without consequences, making form an essential consideration in the world's functioning. From the natural landscapes to the digital realms we explore, form gives dimension to the world around us. So as you navigate your world, remember that form is the link between design and function, whether through the artistry of nature or human innovation. Form can be seen wherever you look, just like how art is all around you.
Hey, hey.